Oh, what is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm going to jump into a couple of small topics regarding the New York Giants and just the league in general. A bunch of things that I wanted to talk about. And yes, in case you haven't noticed, I was able to go and finally get a haircut. My hair was drooping over my eyes whenever I went for a jog. So that's good stuff, as hopefully things are returning to normal. But I'll touch on that regarding the NFL in a second. Before I get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to all three gentlemen that came on the channel last night. I had an absolute blast getting an opportunity to talk to some of my subscribers. Hopefully I get to talk to some more of you guys next week, as I'll be making that a weekly segment as we talk Giants football. It was a lot of fun, and I just want to give a quick plug to both Sean and Mustafa's channels. They will be in the pinned comment below, so go on over there and check them out. So, as far as what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about some of the quotes that came out about Marc Colombo regarding how he is as both a coach and a player. Sean O'Hara had a lot of very encouraging things to say about Colombo, and I think he's a guy that most Giant fans are very excited about, along with Cam Fleming, who I believe played with him as his offensive line coach, said some very encouraging things regarding Colombo and what he will bring to the New York Giants. And Colombo is just one of, many coaches that we're excited about. I talked about it briefly yesterday, that I think Colombo will definitely bring more of that power run scheme from what I've read, and I think that better fits Will Hernandez's skill set. And I think the New York Giants are trying to get back to smash mouth football. And I think he's a guy that, from everything that I always read, brings a lot of energy, and he's a guy that the players really, like to play for. So encouraging things came out. We'll jump into the exact quotes with that off the mouth of Sean O'Hara and Fleming. The other thing that I'm going to touch on is word has come out that the New York Giants, and I think most teams, will be starting their training camps at the end of July. As a matter of fact, it will be July 28th. That is, of course, if everything goes according to plan. With the world that we live in right now, things can change, and obviously we're all trying to be optimistic, and we're hoping that the season starts on time. I am not banking on the fact that fans will be able to go to the games, even though some people seem to think that may be the case, and maybe it will. But word has come out today that both the Houston Texans and Dallas Cowboys, and I don't know what's going on over there in Texas, a number of their players have tested positive. I'll pull up the exact quote with that, and one of the players that are included in that is Ezekiel Elliott. And I know a lot of Giants fans will be like, oh, that's great. No, that's not great. First off, it's never great when anybody's sick. But all kidding aside, if this starts to leak again, there's a good chance that the season will be backed up or may not even start at all. Hopefully that is not the case, and I'm not saying that I expect that to be the case, but the numbers seem to be going back up again around the country, not necessarily in New York. And hopefully we get back to normal, and hopefully these athletes can stay healthy, because the more stories you hear about this, the less that these athletes will probably be willing to play this season in a contact sport. And it's going to be interesting to see how the NFL navigates around this, hoping that we're able to start the season on time and we get a full 16-game schedule. But we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. But first, we're going to start on the quotes about Marc Colombo. So let's jump right into the quotes regarding Marc Colombo, coming from both former New York Giants, Chris Nee and Sean O'Hara, as well as current New York Giant Cam Fleming, who played for the Dallas Cowboys under Marc Colombo. He really does love what he does, Fleming told the New York Post. He comes in with so much energy, so much juice every single day, week after week, throughout the whole season. I don't think there is ever a lull in it for him. He's just a damn good coach. And that is something that we've continued to hear this entire offseason, regarding, obviously, Marc Colombo from former players, that he basically acts as if he's a player in the team and the players love playing for him. The next thing we're going to pull up here is from Chris Nee. The fact he's played at a high level, and guys, once they hear his message and how he delivers it, I think they'll buy in right away. And they'll respect that, Sneeze said. That respect will happen right away. He'll demand that respect, and he'll get it. I do expect this group to get much better. There's so many coaches and so many guys trying to change the way the game is played, as far as the offensive line goes. But to me, you can't replace physicality. That requirement, that will be demanded by Marc, and he'll get it. Then O'Hara went on to say, he's a tough son of a gun, O'Hara said. He's got that Boston accent. He's got that gruffness. It's a good fit from a culture standpoint, from a philosophy standpoint, and he'll be good with those guys. And you got to love hearing that from both Snee and O'Hara, obviously, as well as Fleming. So all encouraging things on the Marc Colombo front. Then I wanted to pull up the two quotes from Ian Rappaport. The first, talking about both the Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Several Cowboys players and several Texans players have tested positive for COVID-19. Recently, sources tell me, at Tom Pelissero. None of the players are believed to have been in their team facilities. The team followed proper health protocols. So there you have it. Obviously, I've seen on the news that the numbers in Texas are starting to go up. And maybe the players are not, going out partying. And that's why maybe they got it. And one of the players that was named was Ezekiel Elliott. Cowboys star running back Ezekiel Elliott is one of the players who was tested positive for the coronavirus. His agent, Rocky, confirmed to me. He said that Elliott is feeling good. So there you have it. Obviously, we all hope that everybody gets back to normal and everybody is healthy, but that is not good news in hopes of the NFL returning and us getting back to some sense of normalcy. So there you have it. I'll have another video up today if there's anything worth talking about. If not, well, I'm going to start doing some broad NFL content as we wait for this season to hopefully start. Obviously, we received word that the New York Giants will, as of now, be starting training camp on July 28th, but obviously, with this revelation with the Dallas Cowboys and Houston Texans, that may change things. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to remain positive and think and hope that the NFL season will be starting on time, which is in the beginning of September, and hopefully we see some Giants football before we know it. As of now, I think the first preseason game would be in about 2 months, so that's something to look forward to as of now. As far as Marc Colombo goes, I mean, I've been on board with that hire since they made it. He's known as one of the better offensive line coaches in the league, and I think he should only bring hope to New York Giants fans. Obviously, a lot of us did not like Hal Hunter very much. Didn't get much done with that New York Giants offensive line. The Giants have made it a point to address the talent on this New York Giants offensive line, and now hopefully we have a coach that could get the most out of it. As always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.